Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I did not have sexual relations with that man. I'm just kidding. I did.
You know, guys, before I start today's video, I gotta have another disclaimer because something tells me a lot of people are gonna take offense to today's video, and I know a lot of people are gonna be out there crying. The gooch slickers probably got the thong on too tight. The YouTube moderators probably not gonna have a good time watching this video. And so it needs to be said, if you're one of those groups of people that I just mentioned, top right corner, there's a red X just for you. Leave the video. This video's not really for the NPCs, the normies, the gooch slickers, or the short bus riders. This is more for those of you guys that possess the ability to critically think. If that description doesn't fit you, please kindly step to the left, Tubby. We got some actual things to talk about.
If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, god damn it, I'm not.
I didn't even think of making a video today until somebody essentially summoned me. I guess Treyarch's putting out a new event or something like that. I'm not really too sure what's going on in Black Ops 6 right now, but somebody came out here and responded to them and said, oh no, another Fooly upload with the South Park special ed bus. I'm not too sure if he was trying to take a shot at the ScatMaster, and if he was, it's not really a good idea. But this essentially got me on my roll of being on Twitter, and guys, the things that I have discovered are some of the things that I haven't seen any single other content creator talk about yet, especially when it comes to Call of Duty's downfall, the trends, the numbers, the statistics, specifically as it pertains to the Steam player counts and how everybody tries to discredit it. But today, I got something for you, man. And I understand every single goddamn day we got another video from somebody coming out here saying Call of Duty's dead. And is this another one of those? What else would it be? You think I'm gonna promote a bundle like Dyke Dynamite? But before I get into it, guys, please do me a favor, leave a like on today's video. This video is probably going to be a bit longer than usual, so please leave a like. Let's get this out there in the algorithm. And also subscribe if you're new. We just hit 43,000 subscribers. We're on the way to 50,000. You guys know what to do down in the comments below. Hashtag Fooly50. But guys, let's get into this right now. So after I got summoned back onto Twitter and started viewing tweets and seeing what's going on out here in Call of Duty, is there anything to talk about? Is there the possibility for a video on the way soon? And guys, I came across this from somebody who was tweeting at Blame Truth talking about the lowest player count that they've seen for Call of Duty on Steam, which for them was 24,275 people online. To which Blame Truth responds, and he shows his own screenshot, which was 20,754 people playing online at the time of the screenshot. Now, regardless, no matter what time of the day it was, anywhere, 20,000 players on Steam is probably the worst that I have ever seen in this modern era of Call of Duty.
God damn!
Now, if you disagree, if you think there's nothing alarming about this, first of all, the gooch-lint, it's stuck between your front teeth. Kindly take it out, spit it out. I'm gonna need you to go back to school. Public education is literally free. And after that, I need you to take a stats class so you understand how going from a number like this to a number like this is extremely, extremely alarming. I know what the response is going to be. We talk about this every single time we talk about the player count on Steam. Oh my god, Fooly! It's just Steam! That doesn't represent the main player base! Oh wow, look at that! He knows how to speak. We're gonna take this slow, alright? We're gonna take this step by step because I know there's a lot of people out there that don't really have the capacity or ability to critically think this far ahead. So we're gonna take it slow, alright? We're gonna switch from the ScatMaster to now I am the Scat Maestro, alright? I'm the teacher today. You're gonna have to pay attention and listen. Check this out. Before you come out here talking about, oh, the player count on PlayStation and Xbox is greater than it is on PC, I'm sorry to tell you this, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you see this guy right here? Yeah, this is your daddy. This is the guy that you gooch like every single goddamn day you defend Activision. This man right here, he went under oath and told us how the player base was broken down and how PC is in fact a greater population size than PlayStation and Xbox. Alright, let's get that out of the way right now. This is quick stuff, right? This is like level 1 stuff. I know like 200 people already clicked off the video. It's okay. Alright. I understand they need to get to the bus stop as soon as possible. That short bus is on schedule, alright? What is the default pivot when it comes to how this is broken down between Steam, BattleNet, and Xbox Game Pass? A lot of gooch slickers out here seem to think that Steam represents like 0% of the player base and that all the people are on BattleNet and Xbox and PC Game Pass. Okay. Alright, let's follow their logic for a second here, guys. I'm gonna put up a tweet, and I want you to guess what people's reaction was to this at the time. This comes out from Doug Dimmadome Warzone.
Fuck you, Doug!
He says, it's official. Call of Duty is returning to Steam with the release of Modern Warfare 2019 Part 2. It will also still be available on BattleNet. Now, it's important to be fair. I don't want to spread misinformation, so I'm gonna specify. At the time that this was announced, the overwhelming response from many people was stuff like this. LMAO, no one buying it on BattleNet anymore, 100% getting it on Steam just for the download speed alone, and several other people talking about how it's significantly better on Steam than it is on BattleNet. Now, of course, time has passed, and a lot of these gooch slickers back in 2022, now in 2025, got a few more pubes stuck between their teeth, and they're seemingly gonna pivot to the whole, oh well, over time, Call of Duty's gotten worse on Steam and now people are back on BattleNet. Alright, well first of all, we're gonna need to see some data, some proof to back that up. Unless you have that, I'm not really buying that as much as you think it's true, because suppose your logic is correct. You are assuming that with the release of Black Ops 6, which was in November, till now in middle of March, that player count has steadily dropped to 20,000. I have double the subscribers than the amount of people that were playing on Steam at that time. Think about that. You think that those people stopped playing Steam, where they had to purchase the game for at least $70, and switched over to BattleNet, where they had to pay another $70 again, and instead of doing that within the launch window of Black Ops 6, you know, there's a refund policy for Steam where if you played it for less than 2 hours, you can refund it for free, you get all your money back, right? You think that instead of people doing that within those 2 hours, or within like the first month or so, that it's still bleeding into month number 5? Sorry. Are you dog shitting me? Is that really what your angle is? There's another place that they can go to, right? They can go to PC Game Pass. And I'm sure a lot of you guys think that PC and Xbox Game Pass is extremely more popular than Steam and BattleNet, right? Especially after the acquisition, right? Hold that thought, because what I'm about to present to you is going to absolutely debunk that. And a little bit of a spoiler alert, what I'm gonna show after is going to blow your goddamn mind even more. If you're still here, I highly recommend you watch to the very end. And if you haven't already, please remember, leave a like on today's video, because what I'm about to share with you guys, these next 2 things, there's some things that I haven't seen any other content creator talk about, alright? So if you think everything is sunshine and rainbows on PC and Xbox Game Pass, check out this report from Insider Gaming. Activision purchase hasn't helped Xbox Game Pass, report claims. Microsoft's purchase of Activision Blizzard hasn't helped it grow on Xbox Game Pass or the gaming business in general. According to a new report from The Information, the growth from the acquisition has yet to hit what Microsoft was hoping for when it made the $69 billion purchase. The Information claims that Microsoft was hoping the purchase would help convince more players to sign up to the service, as well as push more studios to releasing their games on the subscription-based platform. Instead, their sources say that several leading game studios have resisted Microsoft's pitch that they should put their titles on Game Pass in exchange for fees that Microsoft offers to pay to the gaming studios. Well, that's not very ideal for those of you guys pushing that narrative on Game Pass, now is it? Look man, out here in the real world, it's okay to be wrong. It happens. I know I sound very arrogant, but trust me, when all you've heard every single time you want to point out that the Steam player count is dropping is that, oh my god, it's so much better on BattleNet. Oh my god, everybody switched to Game Pass. Nope. Sorry, that doesn't necessarily apply when the people that actually have the data and the statistics in the background are literally saying that this entire thing so far has been a goddamn failure. Now at this point, I'm very much assuming that a large portion of today's viewers have already dipped. Okay, it's okay. I understand the TikTok brain rot thing. It's kind of messed with everybody's attention span. I understand, but if you're still here, or you want to clip this part, or paste the timestamp down in the comments below, this is the moment that I have been waiting to share with everybody. You see, guys, when I got summoned to Twitter, I went on this deep rabbit hole hunt of looking for all of this information about Steam because I was curious. I understand a lot of people really dislike the Steam argument. I understand, I get it. A lot of these people are delusional. The gooch lickers simply cannot accept the fact that Call of Duty is not what it once was.
Let's go. Dumbass!
They can't accept the fact that it's been declining week after week on Steam. And when you see a low player count like 20,000 on Steam, let me repeat that, 20,000 across the world, keep in mind we're talking about 4 Call of Duty titles, all of their little side modes all put together, including the free-to-play Warzone. 20,000. I want you guys to understand what this comparison that I'm about to make actually means. When I was on my hunt for information on the Steam player counts, I came across a very interesting photograph. Feast your eyes on this. By the looks of it, these numbers are from November 4th of 2016. In Call of Duty terms, that's pretty much when Infinite Warfare came out. What you're looking at are the Steam player counts for Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and Infinite Warfare around the time of Infinite Warfare's launch. Keep in mind, Infinite Warfare is regarded as one of the worst Call of Duties of all goddamn time. Also, I want you to keep this in mind, but PC COD did not begin to blow up, in a sense, until MW 2019. And if you dispute that fact, if you think that's incorrect, just remember what PC COD used to be like back in the day versus what it is today. Starting in MW 2019, any PC player will tell you that this is probably the best Call of Duty's ever performed, the most popular it's ever been in Call of Duty history if you're a PC player.
Now listen!
So what we're essentially dealing with are some very old Call of Duty titles that were on Steam when PC was not optimized nearly in the same way that it is today. And what you see is at launch day, Infinite Warfare had 13,000 active users on Steam. At the same time, Black Ops 3, the game prior from the year before, had 2,000 but had an all-time peak of 63,000. And at the same time, with Advanced Warfare from 2 years before Infinite Warfare, there was only 150 people playing with an all-time peak of 35,000. Now, the current player count for those games, 150 and the other one being 2,000, obviously absolute horse ass. Not good, right? I'm really looking at those all-time peaks, and the inferences that I'm making is that Call of Duty is significantly worse than you think. Please really think in depth about this. One game, Advanced Warfare, on its own as a title alone, no other games, just Advanced Warfare, had an all-time peak of 35,000. The current player count on Steam was at 20,000 for all of these Call of Duty titles in the past 4 years put together. What? 63,000 for Black Ops 3 alone on Steam before Steam and PC gaming was optimized for Call of Duty. And again, the modern 4 Call of Duty titles put together, 20,000. And looking at Infinite Warfare in depth, that's from its launch day, so the numbers are definitely not accurate to what they actually were that day. But one more thing I wanted to point out was for Black Ops 3, which at the time of this photograph, November 4th, 2016, Black Ops 3 was already a year old. Okay, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. It was a year old, and not all time, but within the last 24 hours of that photo in 2016, it had a 24-hour peak of 8,234 players on Steam. Once again, a very unpopular portion of the player base was on PC in this era of Call of Duty. And in those 24 hours, it had just a little less than half the player base that the current Call of Duty titles, the last 4, had in a day. At the time of the screenshot, with 20,000. I know it sounds nitpicky, but when you really look at the numbers and crunch that in and you add all of this context that we've been talking about within this entire video, is that not concerning in the slightest bit? A whole year-old game on Steam when PC was not optimized back in 2016 had a player count that was only slightly less than half the player count of the last 4 Call of Duty titles put together in the last day. Look, man, if you really want to be on your knees eating Activision's gooch from the back, look, that's you, that's your decision, that's your choice. Over here, we don't do that, man. I leave you guys with this. Call of Duty is significantly worse than we thought. The downfall needs to be studied, and if you're looking for what reasons or what things contributed to why Call of Duty is in the state that it's currently in, I understand you want to label us all as rage baiters, oh my god. I understand, man, I get it. You have a limited vocabulary, I get it. Maybe it's time to start opening your eyes a little bit and start spitting that Activision scrote out of your goddamn lungs. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. I know we covered a lot of things in today's video, so please just give me your thoughts in the comments below. Leave a like on today's video and subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.